So welcome to the Ministry, and what is, we hope, the first of a mini-series of games that's going to be coming up, featuring mostly the Deathwatch and maybe some Imperial Agents here and there, versus the forces of the Tyranids and perhaps, well, there's definitely some cult, but maybe it's the start of a cult uprising, so we'll see. So a disclaimer, there might be a couple of little figures that my daughter's left on this table scattered around, which I promised I'd leave in. So I think we've got a unicorn that I can see there in the middle.
It's the prime objective, that one.
And then there might be some strawberries from some Shopkins or something. But we'll see. So anyway, there's a quick look at the table now. The mission we're going to be playing today is from the new 2018 chapter approved, and it's called the 4 Pillars. So what's happened basically, that's just to mark the centre point of the table, is these 4 pillars, which Tom's going to use these Tyranid outbursts have sort of cropped up. And now obviously there's going to be a fight over these. The Tyranid stroke cult army will obviously want to preserve them. And the Deathwatch will probably want to set fire to them and make sure, see where these tendrils lead back to. That's a story. So this is Keller's Gulch. This is the small Talon outpost next to a vital water ravine somewhere. As you can see, there's something been going on, something not nice. The signs are there. Obviously there's some sort of infestation going on. Look at this, there's a cheeky little symbol on this ammo crate. We don't know what that's all about yet. But the Talon have obviously sent out some distress signals. There's been some infighting sort of mixed on the Voxcast. So the Deathwatch have come. We've made not massively fluffy lists, but not massively competitive lists. So what it is,
kind of a mix.
Yeah, it's a mix. And what it's basically going to be is match play rules with a narrative-led theme. So we're not going to go super all-out competitive in the list, but there will be some key units, as you'll see. So my idea is what I've said, I'll take an outright attachment, a fast attack, stuff that's going to get here quick and have a look with a small support detachment. So I've basically gone troops. I haven't gone what I would normally go for a Deathwatch if I was going to go 2,000 points, to be perfectly honest. So with that, let's take a look at the armies. So like it was said, this is the Deathwatch force for today. We're rocking 2,000 points, and we've got a battalion, as you can see by the dice indicated there, 5 command points. We are Battleforged for 3, and we've got an outright attachment. So leading the force today is going to be the Primaris Captain with his plasma pistol and power fist. He hasn't got the power melter, but his warlord trait is going to be to add 1 to the damage of a weapon. I'm tempted to take the plasma pistol and make it like a super plasma pistol, but I'm going to put it on the power fist because he's Iron Hands from the former Iron Hands chapter.
I think there's going to be some close combat as
I think so. So I quite like the idea that his fist is D3 plus 1, so minimum 2. Or it could be, it's like a Thunderhammer in essence. It could be like that. Not as good. And the second HQ, he's going to be rocking the Librarian down here with a Power Axe and Stonebolter. And he's going to have Might of Heroes and Null Zone, 2 pretty much standard powers.
Yeah.
And the 3 troops, we've got 3 squads of Intercessors. So there's a Sergeant in there with a Chainsword and a Grenade Launcher. And each squad's got the, I think, an Aggressor as well in there has been added.
Nice.
And they've just got the standard rifles, so 30-inch range ones. Nice. So nice little 6-man squads. And then we've got 2 heavy support choices in there as well. We've got a squad of 5 Hellblasters. Making his channel debut is the Leviathan himself. Yes. Obviously, probably not the best competitive loadout on him, but there's nothing looks better, I don't think, than a Storm Cannon and a Claw. And obviously he's got...
That's a gorgeous model.
He's got 2 nipple flamers on there as well. And he has got 2 Hellfire missiles. 2 missiles, 2 single shot missiles basically on the top. So yeah, he's angry. In the stories as well, these guys are nuts, mega nuts, evil. Well, not evil, but just like very, very aggressive.
Love it.
We've got a repulsor there kitted out. The only thing that it hasn't got there, it's basically Stonebolters all round, twin Las and the Gatlins. So it hasn't got the Las Talon, it's a Gatlin. So just proxy that in, because like I said, I'm not a fan of cutting off model parts, and I haven't managed to magnetise that bit up. And a Dreadnought, Venerable Dreadnought with the Las and Missile Launcher for a bit of just in case. I always think it's safe, even its fluffy list. I was tempted to bring a Redemptor, but then I thought, I wasn't sure what Tom was bringing, but I thought, God, if I bring a Redemptor, that's a lot of DACA, like DACA. And if you brought lots of bodies, all of a sudden I would have thousands of bullets. So I thought, no, I'll bring a bit of stuff in case there's some bigger nids. Bit anti-big monster.
There's only a few, but
it might be.
Probably a good idea.
So then, leading the fast attack choice, we've got a Watch Captain. Now, everyone's going to scream, why haven't you got a Watchmaster? Because Watchmaster's flat rerolls, and I know, but it didn't seem very narrative to have a Watchmaster come exploring. He'd send a captain out first, or something like that, just patrol the area, see what's going on. If you need a call for reinforcements. So that was the plan anyway. So this guy's got a Relic Blade and a Stonebolter.
Nice.
In his jump pack. And then we've got 2 bike squads. So they're all, rocking bolters and chain swords, apart from the sergeants, who do have a storm shield. We've got one with a power sword and one with a claw. We're going to count as a power axe.
Right, cool.
And the sergeants have also got, like I said, storm shield upgrades and storm bolters, just because I had points.
They're just so cool.
Well, they'll probably die. They might not die. We don't know.
I'm hoping they're going to die, but they're going to look cool while they're doing it.
Well, they might do. And the third fast attack choice, we've got a squad of these 3 guys with their bolt guns. I love them. All these guys have got a... Not that it'll be massively important in this mission, but there's 2 teleport homers, so a guy can get a teleport home. So I'll put them down and...
On bikes?
Well, you place it in your thingies. It's basically like Outriders to scout down and drop these bits down. But the only guy it can really affect is the librarian. So whether it pulls them back, you've got to set them up in your deployment. It's not going to be massively vital, I don't think, in this game.
Right.
But it's just a nice little thing. It's free, so I thought, why not put them on?
Why not?
Put them on. So that's 2,000 points. We'll be rocking 9 command points. We're going to spend a point, because this guy's going to go up into the teleportarium. He's going to drop down through fury and fire. Boom. Probably the only unit I'll drop down.
He looks like he's landed on something
already, he's landed on Tom's warlord's head. That's what that is. So we're going to quickly skip over and have a look at Tom's beautiful pink nigs with some very new additions.
Alright.
Okay, now look at these now. It's been ages since me and Tom played, so I'm going to win, lose or draw. I think I'm going to enjoy this game. So where do you want to start?
Well, we'll start with, I've got a battalion, and that's the Nids, that's Kraken. Then there's Nids Vanguard as well, which is the elite ones.
Yeah.
So I'll go through those now. So it is the Broodlord and the New Ruthrop are the HQs for the battalion. Then there's a squad of 20 Genestealers, 20 Hormagaunts, 20 Termagants with Devourers, and then 3 Ripper Swarms.
Yeah.
So that's the battalion.
I'm guessing 3 Acid Moors in the Steeler Brood or whatever it is.
I didn't put it on my list, but
it's free anyway, isn't it? So it's like
we'll see. I think it's 4 because it's every 5.
Something I don't know. So 4. Yeah.
I'll see.
I'm guessing you'd want to upgrade them against Marines anyway.
And then there is 4 Raveners, fast attack.
Yeah.
And then in the Vanguard, it's the Hive Tyrant.
She all claws.
She's all claws, all close combat.
Nasty.
And then very fluffy.
3 units of lictors.
3 units of lictors.
Nice.
Who are hopefully going to be assassinating some of those lovely characters.
Well, disclaimer as well. We did say we didn't tell each other what to take.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, with me, I'd agreed I'd take some sort of fast. The Deathwatch are very limited on what they can take for fast attack. But some sort of outrider, and with Tom, some sort of sneaky stealthy thing that can maybe pop up. And
the way I thought of it was, these guys are the ones who actually made it out of some initial Deathwatch murder where they just killed everything. These guys are the fast ones running away, and then someone's going to come up and help, which will be
these. Because if you watch the last battle report between these, the Deathwatch had an outstanding game,
excellent game.
So literally, this brought me and Tom on to talk. Vengeance was wanted. Yes. He hates these guys with a passion now. So it's going to be a long season. But look at these on you. These look fantastic.
Yeah. So this is a patrol because I didn't have enough troops. These are all I've got painted up, and a Vanguard as well. So in the patrol, it is either of these and it's a Magus and a Primus. The Magus has got the familiar.
Yeah.
He has the power, the hypnosis one.
Mass hypnosis, yeah.
Or what's the one where you take over something?
It's mass hypnosis on a 7, and it's like you can shoot his gun and stuff or attack, or maybe a 6. It's a 6 mass hypnosis.
We'll find it out. And then these guys, there's a whole mess of stuff in there.
So they're just WYSIWYG.
Pretty much. I think the only one that isn't is there's a Weber in there, which I couldn't take because the points would have tipped over. But anyway, there's a seismic cannon. That's the mining laser, the seismic cannon, 6 auto pistols, 4 shotguns, a leader with a Weber pistol and a power pick, a cult icon, and a grenade launcher and a flamer. Excellent. So that's a right mess of shooting.
Well, hopefully we'll make it easy for you, because I'll just shoot them and kill them all.
Oh yeah,
that's the plan.
But then the big heavy hitter is the Vanguard detachment, which is led by the Abominant, which is going to be my warlord for today.
Oh, nice. Is he going to have the Uber axe? The Uber hammer?
So they are going to be the Anointed Throng.
All right,
so he has the Blessed Sledgehammer.
So that's a chapter approved upgrade. So
I
basically
think
this...
it's from Vigilus, actually.
Is it Vigilus?
Yeah.
Oh no, sorry, Vigilus, yeah. So these are... it's basically you do it on a detachment, which will be the elite one, the Vanguard. So it'll cost a command point, and
so
within that detachment...
Paying for themselves.
Yeah, so the Steelers won't get any benefits, really.
No.
But these guys... And we'll have to remember this is an elite unit as opposed to troops unit. But these guys...
Kind of
become anointed.
so you know,
They're all
they're a
sort of-
different colour to these guys, so we can keep them separate. Because also the Broodlord won't help these.
Them ones.
Yeah.
No. So
And
basically,
then-
so there's two lots of 5.
Yeah, so we've got a squad of power picks.
Yeah.
One of them has the improvised weapon. It's a street sign that he's going to wrap around someone's lugs. And then we have a squad of hammers. And there is a hypermorph, I think they're called in there, who also has a sledgehammer. So he's basically the same as this guy.
2 hypermorphs.
But he's got a hammer instead of the improvised weapon.
Right.
Yep.
And that's it, isn't it? 2,000 points on the nose, pretty much, is it?
1997, a good year.
3 points spare. Yeah.
Classic tunes coming out around then.
So we're both going to be I'm going to be starting with 8. You're going to be starting with 9. In the chapter, in the mission, as it is, what we'll do, we'll determine who starts where, and then you set up your full army. As per the new one, which is quite good. First strike, line breaker, warlord.
This 4 pillars mission, and it's a good mission, but I got wiped out pretty quick.
I think Tom said, Tom's obviously got the advantages. But I haven't played this mission before.
So, yeah.
You have, but he did play against God, who had a lot of artillery, which is not good news.
Yeah.
And I think you said, did you feel 6 first turn charges or something like that?
It was basically every troop that I tried to charge, I failed with. So yeah.
Well, then you know it's going to be a bad day if that happens. So let's move into setup, and then get this game rolling. Yeah. So the armies are deployed. The setup we got was Vanguard Strike. Now I determined the map and managed to get this zone, so I picked this side. Which meant Tom went that side and had to drop his whole army first. So he's got, obviously the whole cult element is still in ambush, and we've got a couple of lictors.
Yeah, they're hanging out.
The rest is on the table. I've got the Hellblasters are in the tank, and the Leviathan I paid the point to put in the teleportarium, and then we've got a jump captain and the 3 jumpy dudes, but everybody else is on the board. So quick look where we are before we start. So as it is, Tom gets to choose whether he's going to go first or second. I don't know, I think he may choose first, I'm not sure. But
Well, you know, you could make the case for going second for the way the game scored.
Yeah.
But then I assume all you would do is sit back and take another round of
Well,
shooting.
we've had a chat. I think in this game, the second is probably the best option, because then you know how much your opponent has committed.
Yeah.
So then you know what your job is, basically. Whereas if I don't know, it's up to you, but if I was to go first, you score in this turn basically by controlling more of these pylons than the opponent. So if I'm sitting on 2, I know I've got to hold those 2, and Tom can't score any points.
Yep.
But if I only hold 1, and Marines tend to castle a bit more, then Tom knows, I just have to move on these 3, and then it gives me something to do in my turn. But I think, I don't know, it's your choice. Being first means you push out more, and then you're dictating what your opponent has to do. But going second, you sort of respond. It's how well you are responding to stuff. You don't have a lot of ranged weapons.
No.
I've got obviously ranged guns, but if I manage, you've got a lot of big units that could be very difficult to clear off stuff.
Well, that's my plan. I need to get on stuff. I need to move up in your face, not give you an extra round of shooting, and just try.
So I'm guessing you're going to choose to go.
Yeah, I've got.
So anyways, where they are, there's a lictor hiding down here, and then obviously just a big spread, so all the stuff on. Tom mentioned, did you spend the extra command point on a relic, which you hadn't mentioned or not?
I will actually. So this guy
As chameleonic
mutation. I should have also mentioned the psychic powers. So this one's got catalyst and psychic scream.
Yeah.
Also has rending claws.
Rending claws, not the big talons.
It's got both.
Well, both sets, yeah. Set of rending claws.
Then this one's got catalyst and smite. Yeah. And then this one's got the horror and smite, but this can do too.
And it was mind control was the power for the cult.
Yes, mind control. Yeah.
So do I want to go first? Well, you know what, I'm going to try and seize.
You might as well. Yeah, I think we could have just been told.
I'm going to measure up and see what guns I do have in range, and then decide if I'm going to seize or sneeze. So the Deathwatch are going to attempt to seize. Even if I don't get much in range, just the ability to start, like we were saying, hitting Tom before psychic powers come into effect, like Catalyst and the Smite start hitting us and stuff. Let's see what we can do. So on a 6, blessed 6, can the Deathwatch steal the advantage from the forces of the dirty Xenos? Oh, I was thinking it was going to be a 6.
I swear I saw it.
So we'll go into, we'll call you Xenos because you got mixed force, Nids and Cult, turn 1. So we'll cover the movement, and we've delved into the psychic phase and done that as well. So these guys advanced up here to go and sit on this to give me something to deal with. The Lictor's advanced.
No, he didn't. He just
No, he just moved, sorry.
Yeah.
These advanced so they could get around this more, I think. Pretty much basically everything advanced then, didn't it? So
much, yeah.
Floaty Brain
shooting,
did.
so...
And she cast Catalyst on the Genestealers, have now been Catalyst. The dice next down was to show they had the opportunistic advance.
Yep.
Rolled a 5, so basically they get a 10-inch advance, so they're up there. The Broodlord advanced up and cast...
The horror.
He tried to cast the horror, but
yeah.
it failed on this. And this girl did Psychic Scream, rolled a double 6. Tom used it was the first power.
Yeah.
Tom decided to use a command point to re-roll it.
Should have probably just taken it.
Which, yeah, he's thinking now he should have took it because you could have used it on the horror, which failed. But I used Armour of Contempt to try and knock some of the mortal wounds. Got a feeling there was some smitage coming as well. So managed to save 1. Tom caused 4 mortal wounds with a smite and a Psychic Scream on this. And the Genestealer has been Catalyst has gone on them from we said from the Floaty Brain. And then these guys advanced up as well. So we're gonna go into.
Well,
I don't think Tom's got any shooting, are you?
I do, but
you're not in range.
Not in range of anything. And actually, I don't think I've got any charges either because this bad boy is -2.
Yeah, Genestealer's a 12. Are they 12 away from it?
Both of these are 12 away.
Yeah.
So.
And he is actually -2. So you could declare a charge as per the rules, but then I could overwatch it and you wouldn't get -2 at all. So it's C.
Unless this guy could be charged by him.
You can charge what you
away.
can't see. He is less than 12 away because he was within 12 to use his Psychic Hood. So you could charge him if you want to go for an early strike on the Librarian.
Obviously,
I can't see you at Overwatch.
It, so.
Yeah. We'll measure the see if it is. I think it's about a 9 or a 10.
Nah, it's not getting
no. Close, but no cigar. Like I said, there's no threat of any Stormbolt Overwatch or anything like that. So, I don't think I covered my relic. It's the beacon, the one that basically can draw guys back to him. But it's not on him. It's on him. I think I covered my Warlord trait, didn't I? Which is the +1 damage on the weapon. Cast Land of the Black Vault. I'm pretty sure I did in the army list. If I didn't anyway, I did 'cause it's a Power Fist. So the Power Fist gets the extra +1.
I've not covered my
right. So yeah, if I forgot out, I'm sure we'll cover it as we go. So with that, we're moving into Deathwatch. Turn 1. Oof. The movement phase is done. Going aggressive. These guys have come around to try and clear these off this objective. Because Tom's sitting on 3 at the minute. So definitely need to do something about that. These guys have moved around. Now this guy didn't move because he is within 18 inches of her. It means he can't see these, but some of this squad will be able to see these to lend some fire. These guys hopped up onto the wreck. We're just playing it as a bit of scenery, you know, you can get up on it and stuff like that. So just move the smoke. So this guy did move. This aggressor didn't move. The rest of the squad moved around to sort of block off this objective as much as I can. The Hellblaster's got out the tank, which then hopped over here. So everything here is still within 6 of the Watch Captain. Importantly, that's just got a lot of dagger. I'm wishing at the start I was considering keeping the jumpy dudes down here. At the start, I'm wishing now I had, because then I would have had 18 heavy bolter shots basically to throw in down here as well, which could have made a massive difference. We moved into the psychic phase, and for once I had a, well, you denied 1 power through.
Denied 1.
We started with a smite, with a super smite, which took 4 wounds off the
Big Mama,
and then I passed my null. Well, I got enough to go null zone, but the Shadow of the Warp took it down, which you normally don't ever get 2 powers off of a Marine Librarian. But null zone would have been a very nice one, because obviously anything coming within 6 of here would have lost its invuln, which would have been very good. But I'll take 4 wounds on a big beast to start off with.
Yeah, that's a good start. That.
And then we'll move into the shooty phase. And my mission tactics, that's what I forgot to say before, was on the troops unit. So rerolling 1s on troops on failed wounds. So into the shooty phase we go.
Yeah.
So we're going to start with a bike squad, and they're going to use the Hellfire shells. So they're all in rapid fire range. So that's 5 bikes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plus the sergeant has a stormbolter. Nice. In rapid fire. So we're looking for 3s. Lots of 1s and 2s. Lots of 1s and 2s.
Still canny though.
Well, the best bit is the Hellfires are going to be 2s to wound. And you're not troops. If you were troops, I'd be re-rolling 1. So we're looking for a good roll here. That is
Didn't need it.
Roll. So that's 4, 8, 12, 14 wounds.
14 wounds.
On the score.
Any minuses?
No, no minuses. These ones are just normal bolt guns.
So I think they've got 5 ups. So I'm assuming there's going to be some dead Ravenars here. Ooh, that's not terrible though.
So how many wounds your Ravenar's got?
3 each.
So that's 1, 2, 3.
So one's left. I will take these 3 away, and then you're gonna have to run after me to get me. Actually, we'll see what happens. Right.
So we're gonna start with the Venerable Dread who didn't move, and he's gonna go all guns into the big mama.
Yeah.
Try and take her out.
I thought as much.
Crack missile and twin lads, so they'll be hitting on 2s. Obviously, you've got the
Chameleon
on it for -1, so
yeah.
we'll see what happens with twin lads. So we've got 2 hits and the crack missile. Now that would normally hit, but it now misses, and I can't reroll it. Well, I could with a command point, but do I go for a command reroll now? You know what?
Might be worth it.
No, I'm going to keep it. I'll keep the 2 lads cannon hits.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to be wounded on 3s. I'll use it now.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a 6 and a 3. So
Nice.
it's 2 wounds. You've got 2 4 in wounds.
2 4-up invuns. Come on, big lady. Oh. Bust them.
Like a bastard.
Shanana.
I want to measure some rapid fire. It should be in most of
I'd assume so.
So these guys are going to rapid fire Big Mama. I'm going to use, now this guy didn't move, so he gets to shoot twice.
Yep.
And these are all within 15-inch rapid fire range. So again, I'm going to use Hellfire rounds. This guy doesn't get special ammo. He just gets a lot of shots.
Nice.
So he gets 6 shots plus D6 from his missile rack, which is just a bullet as well, basically.
Sweet.
So he gets 4, but he
Extra
gets to shoot
4.
that twice. So he's got 6 plus 4 plus 6 plus 6.
Oh my god.
So he's got 10 little missiles plus
Alright,
12
okay.
bullets.
Yeah,
So we'll roll these hits up off camera because it's a lot of dice, and
Yeah.
we'll come back with a wound rolls and show what the totals
Just
are.
before we do that, I did something with the Raveners. I moved them out of line of sight of that squad so that I could maybe try and keep them alive. But I'm assuming they're going to get charged and dead anyway.
Hopefully.
But we'll we'll come back in a sec.
So a lot of shots with the aggressor. He managed, Tom rolled really rubbish on his saves. I managed to cause 2 wounds, only caused 3 in essence. He failed one of his saves on a 3-up. And then the rest of the squad pumped in with the Hellfire rounds. And Tom's just rolled this on a -1 for his save. Obviously I'm hitting on 4s. Tom's just failed 5 saves, which will leave her on a wound. Now I'm guessing he's probably not going to spend a command point at this stage.
I don't think, no.
Because obviously I've got a lot of other stuff to shoot. But that was massively unexpected. Real bonus. Anyway, let's move on, because these guys I might have to... I'm wondering whether I help lay some fire into the Genestealers or not now, because that was unexpected. I think I could maybe get a wound off of a charger.
I think so.
Well, there's a power sword in that, and they've all got chainswords, so they're looking 3 attacks a man. I'm hoping maybe he's with a strat in play to help us wound her a little bit, but that was, wow, that was good.
Yikes.
Right, so we're going to move into the bike squad next. The front 3 are in rapid fire of the Genestealers, so they're going to put their bolters into the Genestealers with Hellfire rounds. The back 2 are just out of rapid fire, so they're actually both going to rapid fire into the big girl.
Nice.
With Hellfire rounds. Actually, I'm just going to do the Sergeant into her, so we'll do 3 plus that guy into the Genestealers, and the Sergeant, who's also got the Stonebolter, into her rapid firing. So
Want to do the Steelers first?
Yeah, I'll do the Steelers.
Save the big mama.
I tell you what, we'll roll all the dice. It's going to be 4, 8, 12, and then 14 shots.
Cool, we'll come back in a sec.
So that's 6 wounds caused on the Genestealer squad with a Hellfire. We're just cutting out the dice because there's a lot of bolter dice and stuff. We're hitting on 3s, wounding on 2s with Hellfire, and you'll be saving on 5s? 4s, yeah, with your armour, normal armour.
If there's no minus, then yeah.
Nope, no minus.
So 4s and then
4-up saves,
5s
then
for
catalyst. Yeah.
for the wounds. So 4s, pretty good.
It's half of them so far,
And
statistically average.
Catalyst, no, 3 die.
So we'll live with that, and then we're going to roll the Sergeant shots against the Big Mama and see if he can take down this beast on his own. Right, so, I just dropped the dice. So 4 bolter shots because he is in rapid fire range from his 2 bolt guns and his Stonebolter. We're looking for 3s.
Whiff.
4s, we're looking for 4s.
Yes.
So that he has whiffed, but he is wounded on 2s. He does get 2. Tom needs to make 2 3-ups.
Come on!
You're due to make these. Right, I'm guessing the command point is a
It has to be, yeah, it has to be. Come on! No!
Tom has failed so many bolter saves.
Does she explode? Let's find
I
out.
think my bike squad might just be within 6 of
think they
Steelers.
might be.
Does she go
No,
ape
she
shit
doesn't,
crazy?
yeah.
No, she does not. Wow, I'll take that from the bike squad.
Aye, not bad.
So these boys are all in rapid fire. The aggressor did move, so he'll not be shooting twice.
Good.
We'll go against the Genestealers again with Hellfire rounds. So again, we'll come back. There should be 5 normal guys. There's 10 shots, and then The aggressor's going to have 6 plus 3, so he's going to have 9 shots as well. Again, he'll not get special ammo, so we're looking for 3s to hit, 4s to wound for that guy, 2s to wound for these guys. So, rerolling 1s to wound, actually roll 3 1s, then roll a 4, 5 and 6 on the reroll. So the aggressor got 5 wounds, so they'll be on a 4 up. And the intercessor's got 6 wounds, they'll be at a -1, so they'll be on the end run. So a bit awkward, but just,
fine.
You know, as it should be, you've got a better chance of saving. So the 4 ups, yeah.
Pretty
good, save 3, we'll keep them up.
5 ups for the catalyst. No, so another 2 drop.
And then you've got 6 on the end runs.
And then...
So far this has gone pretty well for the Deathwatch.
6 5 ups. Save 2, and then 5 ups again for catalyst.
Should get a couple of these, you do a fair few.
I hope so.
Yeah, there you go, there's 3. Said definitely due to save a few, so there's 1 down. So that's pretty much this side of the table gone as we're moving over. We've still got the librarian, he hasn't actually fired yet. I was expecting him to finish off the...
Do it.
I think we're seeing these guys here, 5 wounds on a hive tail, wow. Just, wow.
They need a little badge.
Well, they are veterans, so they can't really get...
Well, they can't get
well, Primaris veterans will be epic. But, so the librarian's going to pump his Stormbolter into the Genestealers. I'm not sure if I'm in 12, I'll let Tom measure.
Yeah, why not?
Right, Tom tells me he's just within 12, so we're going to get 4 shots. He's hitting on 3s, the captain's not within range. And we'll be wounding on 2s with Hellfire. And we've got 3, so 3 more 4 ups.
4 ups?
Yep.
So
1 saved, and then Catalyst.
Catalyst. There's only another 1 gone.
Right. We'll move into the back squad then, who'll put, not the back squad, this squad here are going to put all the shots again. This aggressor didn't move, and he's just within, well, he's within 18 of these. And these guys are within 15 for the rapid fire into the Steelers. Should really start taking some of these guys out, but hopefully this tank can put some dagger down that way. So this guy will just roll on camera to see what his missile shots are. So he's going to have 2 lots of 6 shots, plus 2d6 for the missiles twice, well the grenade horns we should call it. So an extra 6. He's got 18 effect bolter shots. Like I said, he doesn't get special ammo though, so he is hitting on 3s.
Yeah.
He'll be rerolling 1s because the captain. You wound on 4s, rerolling 1s because you're a troop. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so...
This feels familiar.
This is his bolt as first, and we'll roll his missiles after, just because I've got enough dice in my hand.
Cool.
So you can reroll the 1s. So they all hit.
Good.
And then we're looking for 4s, rerolling 1s. See, again,
nice,
those 1s converted makes a big
6,
difference.
7.
And then what I'll do is I'll roll the missiles. So we'll add these to the fray. So 3s rerolling 1s. He just puts out a lot of fire. And then 4s rerolling 1s. Wow,
Another 2.
So another 2. So that's a 9 before we get on to his buddies.
Yeah, so 9 4 ups.
Yep.
That's pretty good.
Not bad. But like I said, you've rolled so bad so far.
Yeah,
that I'm
hopefully.
Saves to
And then
come around now.
some 5 ups for Catalyst. Oh, there we go. That's pretty good. That's redemption
right,
for...
That's even now.
Now you can go back
again.
in. Go on. Who's next?
It's the rest of the squad, yeah. So we've got the 10 shots. Again, I'm not going to use the grenade launcher. I'm just going to go all out. And these can reroll 1s because of the captain.
Nice. Got another one.
And then we're looking for 2s. And these will be at -1.
Yeah.
Because of the Hellfire rounds. So they all wounds. That's 7 this time. So it works when you move back onto your dice.
So 4s. Oh, yes.
These are 5s. These are straight in. It doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah. 5 ups.
And then 5 ups. So
yeah, another 3 from this squad here. We'll come back when the next thing, I assume, shoots into this.
Well, what it probably will be the tank, because I think everybody else is going to be out of range. Well, he's out of range with his pistol. He's already shot. There's the Hellblasters, but I'm going to have to think about... I'm debating a stratagem to target a synapse creature.
Yes, yeah.
But I think I might go with this just to see what I can thin out.
Cool. Right, back in a sec.
Think, yeah.
Yeah.
So we are playing our stratagem on the repulsor tank. And it's going to be synaptic severage. So basically it allows them to target synapse creatures if they're not the closest model. So what he's going to do, we're doing all the small missiles, and there's 3 Stormbolters are going to go into the Genestealer squad. And then we're going to go Twin Lars into the Brood Lord.
Yep.
And then we're going to do the Gatling cannon and the little Gatling cannon into this guy. We're going to go greedy. I was gonna, last time I got you with this, I got you.
I know, I remember.
But I put everything into it and it took everything as well, so I'm not sure I'll manage to kill you.
But now that you've said it,
yeah,
go for it.
Actually, what I'm going to do first, sorry, before I do that, I'm going to go with these guys.
Right.
Because I've just thought tactically, if that works, or if it doesn't work, and there's any of these gone, or if these are gone, they'll not be able to shoot anything, because I'll not be able to see them, but they're probably closer than he is. So I'll go with these guys first. Not overcooking it. Going to go against the Genestealers.
Go for it.
So you're definitely in rapid fire range.
Do it! Oh, hang on, that's meant to be your line, isn't it? I'm the alien.
Get to the job! So we've got 10 shots.
Yeah.
Going at the Genestealers.
Yes.
I'll be able to reroll ones because the Capitans are there.
Le Capitan.
You know what? I was going to overcharge. I was like, nah, I might die. So they've all
My
hit.
word.
I need that roll again. That would be very nice. 3s to wound, reroll and 1s.
Don't do it. Alright, okay.
What's worth noting is your Steelers on your cult on troops, so I won't reroll 1s against those.
7, 8.
So 8, and these obviously -4, so it's straight to the end ones.
Straight to the end one.
8 5-ups.
8 5-ups. Not the
one.
best, not
And
the
then
best. 5-ups again.
Yeah.
These aren't like 2 damage though, are they?
No, 'cause I didn't cook it,
you
no.
didn't, did you?
Just went singles. Oh, that's good.
That's good. Another
Just
2.
2.
Another 2 gone.
So that pretty much brings us to the tank. Like
Yes.
I said, we'll spend the 2 command points. Stormbolters, Crackstorm missiles. Actually, Crackstorm missiles I'm going to go into the Rippers.
Right.
Everything else, smally guns into these. And then, oh, you know what, I want to clear them. That's the only thing. No, Crackstorm, all the Stormbolters into these.
Yes.
Twin Las Broodlord.
Yeah.
Gatling guns. I'm tempted to just go Broodlord. He's so much of a combat monster running around, and he's got the horror as well, hasn't he?
He does.
Broodlord. So all the Gatlings and the twin Las at the Broodlord, I want him dead.
Okay.
So we'll roll Las cannons. He hasn't got any mutations for minuses to hit as
He
he was on
doesn't,
that
no.
So we're looking for. I did move, but I do have power of the machine spirit, so he's looking for 3s. The captain's just within 6. So he's got his 2 Las cannon hits.
He's not like.
I'll move them so he was within 6 of the tank. We'll measure. That was my intention. He might just be out. Oh no, he's just out.
I was going to say, I'll be keeping an eye on that.
Right, so I did say I was going to try and move, but I obviously moved them the wrong way, but he's got his 2 hits anyway.
Yeah, everyone else was though, so that's where the bonuses came, wasn't it?
You know what, I think I shifted more, didn't I, to get a bit of view? That's right, so that was me bad anyway. So we'll do the last cannon hits. We're looking for 3s to wound. I've used the command point this phase. He's got 1 wound on the Broodlord, so you're looking for a 5-up in one, isn't it?
Yep.
You've used your command point as
I
well.
know, yeah.
So D6 damage flat on the Broody. It's a 3, still
Down
alive.
to 3.
6. For dice.
This poor Broodlord.
Right, we're going. This is all the Gatling guns together.
Right.
So again, we're looking for 3s. May as well shoot them before I get too damaged. Right, that's not too bad. These are strength 5, so it's 4s to wound.
Yep. Come on, wait.
Again, I was debating there's another stratagem for 2 command points to add 1 to the wound roll, but
that's still pretty good.
yeah,
5.
6 wounds, so 6. He's going to his in one because he's a -1s.
6.
6
5
5
ups. Come on.
Can he get a Broodlord? 4.
No, you got it.
We got him. Just even if you had a command point, I think it would have been enough. So the Brood
Well
dude,
done. Well done. Gone.
Dude is gone. That was terrifying. Well, he's eaten 2 las cannons, a heavy Gatling cannon, and a Gatling gun.
Good.
So he should die at that amount of fire.
What else you got?
Right.
Bring it.
We'll do the rest off camera and see what Genestealers are left. Like I
Okay.
said, there's 3 Stormbolters and a Crackstorm.
Yeah.
Come on, hopefully they'll still be alive.
Right. So after that, there's 6 Genestealers left. I think I killed 2 or 3. And Tom's obviously very smartly keeping this guy on at the back because he's just within 12 of the synapse here. Otherwise, that would be a pretty much dead unit.
I think so.
That's why I did
15.
it. I knew that's when I said, didn't I? I was debating, tossing up the idea of putting the Gatlas into this guy to try and kill him, but I don't need 2 solid las cannon hits. It's risky, and obviously the way you see it is, if there's that much firepower, like I said, you should kill him, and I'd rather kill the brood lord than... This guy's dangerous, don't get us wrong, I hate them so much, but I potentially can use that strat again with somebody.
Yeah.
So we're going down here. I think there's only 1 charge to make. It's 3 inches into that lictor. Now, lictor's a -1 to hit in combat, so it's not a 4-pound.
That's a Ravener.
A Ravener, sorry.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm less
so
worried.
fine.
I'm not fine, but I'm less worried.
Well, yeah.
So anyway, we need 3 inches. I need to get some dice.
Do you want, yeah.
Did you give them any guns? No, I'm not rolling your dice.
Oh, yeah, they do. They've got Devourers.
Devourers, right. So I'm going to roll the distance and let Tom do some watch. So I'm definitely in.
6s. No.
So no hits. So we'll move these guys in and go to attack.
I've got a 5
right.
up save.
So these guys get 2 attacks base. They've got a chainsaw, so that's 3 attacks. So this is the normal squad. Hitting on 3s. That's not a very good roll.
Oh, then maybe I won't.
Your toughness is... toughness?
4.
4. So I'll be wounding on 4s. Well, let Tom check. It's not a troop anyway. Well,
yeah, that was right. Toughness 4.
There's 3 go through there, and then we've got the sergeant with a power axe. He's got 1 hit. He'll be +2 strength. Doesn't wound, and he won't get to reroll 1s because it's not a troop. How many wounds do they have?
3.
I'm wondering whether minus... I think it's -2 1 damage.
So
no, I'm going to keep it. I cannot be burning command points like that now.
So what?
Although do I... No, we'll keep it. So we've got 3 wounds and no minus. So
right,
3
so 5 ups.
Oh, like a boss, he drops a wound and he can attack back as well.
Yes.
So the Ravender's going to attack back. He's got 4 attacks hitting on 3s.
Yep.
Can he...
Rerolling 1s for silent talents.
Yeah, rerolling 1s.
Thank God.
So he's got 3 hits. He's strength 4, I believe.
Yep.
So if he wound on 5s, he's got 1 wound. And the minus?
Minus nothing.
Oh, okay. So we'll take down a normal biker, 3 up armour. He's good, he makes it. So obviously we're going to score that because none of us are troops and I'm going to outnumber you at the minute. I'll not score it, neither of us will.
Hang on a minute, because I am not in synapse range.
Oh, correct.
Now that, well, yeah. So...
but can't you you could spend 2 command points to auto pass.
I could, but...
What's his leadership?
It's 5.
So he's lost 3. So you need to roll a 1 or a 2 and he stays alive. So 1 or 2 in a command reroll could be used, or 2 command points.
I mean, if it's contested though, does that mean...
Well, it won't be because we've got its models. So technically...
No point in me even.
Well, yeah, because you'll not score it. Because start your turn now is when we can score.
Yeah.
Start turn 2. So you're not going to score that whether he's alive or dead.
Yeah.
But if he's alive, you've got attacks to come in, that kind of stuff. So you'll be claiming 2, but I'll be claiming 2. So at the end, we're going to... Because it's at the end, it started turn 2, isn't it? Nobody scores points turn 1, that's correct. So as it is at the minute, nobody's going to score any points because we're both controlling 2, whether he lives or dies. But it's up to you whether you want to keep him alive as a...
I don't see the point in spending the points.
Oh, would you go for the dice roll and see what happens? Let the dice gods decide.
No.
So he scuttles away into the distance.
Burrows down the ground and runs.
And that's the end of him. So the Death Guard will get a point for first. Deathwatch. Some of them were Death Guard.
What? Oh, back in the
day.
Right.
Back in the day, but you know those are my black shields now. So I will get my point for first strike.
You will, yeah.
We don't have the Warlord because he hasn't shown his face yet. But I like the idea that the cult are just waiting. They're letting the bodies be eaten up, and then they're going to come in and sneak up. So the cult with a cult ambush. First time you've used them. Good luck.
I'm excited and scared.
I don't want it to be a rubbish roll because then I think it'll not add to the theme of the game. I want them to be. I don't want you to get devastating rolls. But a nice mix would be good, I think. Yeah. So we're moving into Xenos, turn 2. So we'll just do a pointer now before the game gets too far out of control. Tom's busy doing his movement phase. We'll just recheck the rules and that basically it's only troops. I don't know if a lot of people know that in this mission. So reading it really, I should have put some intercessors down here because you don't count any other units or models for controlling objectives. It's all about troops. So Tom wasn't controlling this one, but neither am I. So at the end of battle round 1, Tom would get this one and that one for 2. And I wouldn't get that one, so he controls more than me. Tom would definitely score a point. I got first strike, Tom didn't. But I also managed to kill more units in my turn than Tom killed in mine, which is a kill point. So at the minute, at the end of turn 1, it's 2 points of the Deathwatch, 1 point of the Tyranids. So basically, nobody's got this. At the minute, I'd have to get some troops over this way, and literally I'm on foot, so it's going to be a big run for me to get over there. it just comes down, you know, didn't read the mission rules properly, so me bad. So Tom's in a very strong position. Yeah, but he was thinking that as well. We're both thinking it, so it's both something we didn't really read. So yeah, maybe he's going to have to get some dudes over this way very fast, because all my 3 troop units, and I've only got 3, are down here. Tom's got lots left because he's got another unit to come in that are troops. He's got 2 units down here and there. So Tom's pretty much finished his movement anyway. I think these guys are holding still.
Yeah.
These guys have moved around. They haven't advanced. The Genestealer's moved around. They didn't advance either.
Yeah.
The Ripper's just hunting around to get a bit out of line of sight, and the Brain come over. Our Synapse for instinctive behaviour is 24 inches. So
I mean, I should advance the Steelers.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
It makes no difference for us. If you want to advance them, go for them. They'll move forward an extra little bit.
We'll see.
You think about, but then obviously he's going to do his cult, so we'll come back with that. But we wanted to point out the bit about the objectives. So a lot of work to do for the Marine too. I thought, you know, I look like in a strong position, but all of a sudden when you read that, now I'm not. I've got to spread my forces out even more. So we'll go into Tom's end of his movement phase, see what he wants to do. Right, so Tom's going to do the cult ambush rolls. Each of the characters are going to lead somebody in,
pretty much,
as they can do.
Apart from the mage, he's just his own guy.
He's just going to drop in on his own.
Yeah, so I guess we'll just start with him, and we'll see what his result is, and then I guess we'll go through
do all the rolls, we'll see what the results are, and then we'll put them where they need to go.
Okay, so the mages.
4. So just roll all the dice and we'll come back and tell everyone what they are.
The Primaris and the Steelers.
Yeah.
The pure strains.
4.
4.
Tom's going to have to check, see if that's a good one.
Let's give it a go.
Tom's going to re-roll it, risk it for a biscuit.
I might as well, because I
guess... Is that what it is, a re-roll, or does he get to add to it?
Yeah, no, it's it should be just a re-roll it.
Go on, he's risking it for a biscuit. Oh,
3.
I don't think that's that much worse anyway.
Not as good, but yeah. Then these guys, coming in by themselves.
2.
So
I think that's the one where I get to pick a table edge or something, isn't it?
Yeah, that's pretty bad. I'll tell you what, I'm going to command point that one actually.
Yeah.
So down to 5 now.
Yeah. So a 3. I think that's something about 12 inches or 9 inches, isn't it? Yeah. It's like 3 and 4 is roughly standard what deep strike is, but we'll cover all the results as they come down.
These guys.
Yeah. 5, that's a pretty nice one, I think.
And then big guy and these.
I think that gets them to let them move, and that's a pretty bad one. The command reroll's being used.
I didn't even think of that. Oh, no. Regular
so basically, we're going to go in order that you roll them as well for putting them down, which is what you're supposed to do. So this guy's going to get the setup within 9 inches. It's standard. The units have got 3s, which are these guys and these guys. Or I think you roll a dice, and on a 1 to 3 to go within 6 of an edge. No, sorry. It's lying in wait, it's called, isn't it?
Yeah.
So they've got to be more than 12 inches from enemy models.
Yeah.
But they can set up any more than 9 inches away from models, but if they're not visible. So if they're hidden, they can be 9 inches, so it's not as good as the 4. But if they're not hidden, they have to be 12. So basically these 2 units are probably looking 12 or 9, depending.
Oh my god.
The 5 is a deadly trap, it's called, isn't it?
More than 9 inches, then it can move D6.
Yeah, so it's basically 9 inches away, but they get a free D6 inch move. And then obviously that's going to, I think, can they shoot or something as well? And they can shoot with the weapons if it was a shooting phase, They haven't got they haven't got any guns.
And then 1, you nominate a battlefield edge and they pop up.
Nice. So I get to pick where these guys are going. So we'll drop these units down and show where they go. We are interrupting the cult. We'll just point out, look, there's some lictors come down here to sneak in on the warlord. The Magus, he's done the perfect ambush. He is over 12 inches away from the tank, and he's 24.5 inches away from my Psyker to deny powers.
Which is good.
These guys were nominated at 2 edges, and Tom rolled this side, so they had to come on within 6 of, it was the long table edge, not this side. So they're out of the fight for now. Tom's Steelers and the, what's the other character called? I just forgot his name. Primus are yet to come in, because what we've interrupted is these guys have come 12 inches away down here, so they can put some shots into here, and obviously they're troops, so they can go and get that. These guys dropped here and got to move, but they were within 12 of these when they dropped, so I used the Auspex scan to shoot them at the -1 hit, because obviously these have got a nice strat to get in.
Do you want to tell them what my D6 movement was?
So his D6 for his move at the end of the movement phase is a 1. And obviously because he's already used the command point in the movement phase to re-roll a cult ambush roll, he can't get any closer. It will mean he's got an 8-inch charge, but we got 4 wounds with the aggressor and we got 5 wounds with the squad. That was -1 to hit on these guys, hitting on 4s, wounding on 2s with Hellfire. This guy was hitting on 4s, wounding on 4s with his bolters. So they, I think they've got a 5-up armor, so they'll be 5-ups.
So no, that's 2
so
dead.
2 dead, and these will be 6-ups because they're at -1.
That's the
1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 dead and 1 on a wound.
Mint.
So they get 2 wounds. So that...
I'll leave the hypermorph or whatever it's called with the improvised weapon.
Well, he'll be the closest one at 8 inches.
Right.
And what we were saying is that the Deathwatch have a strat against every Xenos army except Cult, but pretty much that would be the strat against the Cult, even at the -1 to hit.
Yeah.
I had to do it, and I was humming and hawing because I know tactically Tom's only other unit to come in now is the Genestealers, and there's not really room down here. Can't fit anything in here. The only really place that could fit in is down here, or where these guys are down here. But biker units can't use Auspex scan, it's only infantry units, so if they pop up here, they'll be within charge range of these, but probably out of 12 of these. So that was legitimately...
Can't be in charge range because it's over 12 in it, so I literally can't charge them.
Well, you can be 9 if you're out of line of sight, and you can charge not in line of sight. So if you could find somewhere like, maybe it's down here where they're outside of 9 inches and not in line of sight, then they could get it. But realistically, it's going to be 12. You will be 12. Yeah. Was it more than 12 or 12 inches?
I think it says more than 12.
But either way, I wouldn't have been able to shoot them, that sort of thing. So I had to pump it in here, so I think it was worth it. This guy's on a wound, massively limits what he can do. But if this guy does get in and attack and die, he can attack again as part of the formation he's in.
That's true.
So... Yeah. It's not a massive loss, but I didn't fancy 5 of them getting in and attacking.
It's a huge loss, but I mean,
it is
that's
a huge
what you
loss.
Get for
Cult ambushing.
Terrible rolls, yeah.
So anyway, Tom will bring his Steelers in and we'll come back at the end of his movement phase. Shooting phase, I don't think again he's going to have anything in range, so it'll be... Oh no, we'll have some shoot
this down here should have some.
So we'll come back with that and see where we're at. And the Lictors have a few guns as well, but I think they're only 6-inch range pistols. So they've come in down here, the Steelers have managed to just all get in 9 inches out of line of sight there, look. So they're down... And coming around the scenery, he's got a 10-inch charge onto this squad. Obviously, I'll not have any Overwatch, so it's the best he could do in the bad situation.
Yeah, true.
This guy's just 12 inches away, but he gets one to the hit roll, so if they're going to be snaked around, he's kept on this side. Not great, but like I said, it is what it is. You know, you're going to have games if you're playing the Cult, I reckon, Tom, where you'll be absolutely brutal and you'll be in people's face, and other games where you're not.
I think maybe not splitting... Well, yeah, it's just those rolls, wasn't it?
I mean, those guys had to be, you couldn't do anything about it. But
right, should we go into the psychic phase?
I think so. So I'm guessing you're going to try and control a weapon on my tank. Was that what you're going for?
I'm going to first do some with this lady here.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to put Catalyst on this squad.
Okay, keep them alive longer.
Yeah, that's gonna well, it's going to be the best. So looking for a 6, reroll and 1s because it's a newer throw. So that's good.
So she is within 24 if I want to attempt to deny, but I think I'll let that one go.
Okay.
Because she's got a smite coming in against my tank.
I was going to say about a smite the tank, so looking for 5.
5 is correct. Rerolling 1s.
Good thing. Come on.
Oh, it's a 4.
Of course.
Which is poo-poo because now I can't deny over here.
Alright, so we'll go over to this one. I'll do, because he's got a familiar with him, 1 time per game you're allowed to do an extra power.
Yeah.
So I might as well just use it up straight away.
Smite.
Yeah,
so you're looking for a 6 this time.
For a 6 now.
Oh, it's a perils, but you haven't used the command point yet.
Yeah.
That I would definitely use.
No, because I want it for the hypnosis.
Look, how many wounds he got? 4.
They're not going to kill the familiar instead of...
No, it goes on the psycho, the perils of the warp. And it means the power's not cast and you're going to take D3 mortal wounds, or you use a command point.
Let us read the rules and then I'll...
Okie dokie, karaoke.
Yeah.
Right, so Tom's having a look. Basically, the familiar, what happens is, after you've attempted a power, you can then let you use a second. So you'd have to use smite first without the familiar. I'm guessing he's going to use the command point, because the models with Genestealer Cult infantry keywords can take the wounds, but the familiar has Genestealer in infantry, but not Genestealer Cult's infantry, which is strange, but...
So we're going to have to...
Command point it.
Yeah.
Go on then. It's knocking you down to 3 command points. You're looking for a 5 or a 6 to cast it. I think it's a 4, which is a failed attempt because it's a second smite.
Right, then we'll go on to...
Second power, which is...
The...
6 or more for basically take
mind control. Yeah. And I'm doing it on your tank. So looking for a 6. If something could go well today, that would be good. Yeah, cool.
So he's got it and I can't deny.
Yeah.
So basically you get to pick a gun or a weapon and it gets to shoot. So this thing's got a lot of guns to pick. It's It's got a twin las, a 12 shot strength 5 -1 gun, a 6 shot strength 5.
I think you get to shoot all of them.
So we are seeing all of them, that's what it is. I can't find it in the FAQ, but he still needs to beat its leadership on 3 dice, which is a 9, so you need to roll 9 or more on 3 dice.
Okay, here we go.
Average on statistics, you should do it.
However,
We'll see.
I'll do
I'm not going to say
it.
anything. Yeah, 10, 11. I was going to say you do a good roll. So basically, pick a unit.
Aye.
So the way we're going to do it, you've got to nominate a unit, it says. It doesn't say you can
Yes.
split fire. So pick a unit and then you get to shoot everything I've got on my tank at that unit with my ballistic skill.
Cool, right. I think then...
Thank God the captain isn't within 1. It's within 6 for reroll ones.
It's I think it's going to be a toss-up between these two. Or the dread, but the dread. Tell you what, I'll have a think and then...
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tom's going to get rid of these Hellblasters. He wants them gone. So what we'll do, because there's tons of bullets to go off, roll them off camera and see how many saves we've got to make. So surprise, surprise, the Hellblasters were swiftly removed. The last cannons killed a couple, 2 hits. Tom rolled really well, actually. It's just become his favourite unit, I think. So basically the Stormbolters and the crack missiles, the 3 Stormbolters and crack missiles had our wound left to take off somebody, so it was a foregone conclusion.
It was pretty good, yeah.
But anyway, we'll do some shots down here. There's a
down
lot
here.
of random guns. Some of the pistols might not be in range because 12 inches gets them to there, but we'll come back and see how many wounds we put on this unit. So on range, these guys, there's going to be 6 auto guns in range and the 2 special weapons. So we'll do the auto guns first.
Hitting on 4s.
Hitting on 4s. So 1 hit.
One hit.
Be wounding on a 5 because it's strength 3.
Nope.
That's no wounds. So moving swiftly onto the special weapons.
Yeah. Okay.
So we've got a grenade launcher in there as well, which we forgot about. So he's going to go shooting a crack grenade. So hits on a 4.
Nope.
And he's missed. So moving swiftly on. So which one is it? The laser? Oh, what's it called?
Seismic cannon.
The Casman, because it has to be outside of 12, is on its long wave profile, which isn't fantastic. It's a heavy 4, which means you'll be -1 to hit because your count is moving when you come in, so you'll be hitting on 5s.
Right, okay. It's all for me to learn this.
Yeah.
So 5.
So that's
2
pretty good.
hits.
2 hits. And then I think it's strength 3.
It is indeed, yes.
But I think wounds of 6, a wound roll of 6 go -4 AP. So wounds on 5s or 6s. So there is a 6, so that's 1 wound at -4, isn't it, AP? So that's no save. I'm going to take that on a normal guy, because I do have a storm shield, but I don't want to take it on the sergeant yet. And we'll sneakily put it on the guy that's 10 inches away. So
mine and laser now, heavy 1.
So again, it's a 5 or a 6, because he counts as moving. So he does hit. I think
Strength 9.
Yeah, 3's the wound. Are you command pointing it? Knowing that you'll basically only kill a bite on a wound anyway.
Exactly. I think that'll do.
So I think that's it, because there's no other guns in range.
Yeah.
Straight into the charge phase.
Chargey time.
So I'm guessing.
Lictor going.
So Lictor's going. Well, he can't fail, but we'll do some Overwatch off camera.
Yeah.
Do you want to nominate some other charges while you're there?
Yeah, this guy's going to try and get into your chaps over here.
Yeah. So again, he was at 8 because he moved forward. So we'll do some Overwatch off camera for that one. Are the Genestealers going to attempt to go around?
They certainly are. Yeah.
So I'll tell you what, roll for them now, because we know they need it 10 because the guy's still alive. Actually, yeah, because everyone else is pretty much within range anyway, aren't they? The Lictors get a reroll anyway.
That's true.
So you're going to command point it?
Yep.
So you're looking for 4 more.
Nah,
it's close. Close. Tom's going down to 2 command points. We'll have to decide where he's going to charge away, yeah. We'll roll for this guy, see if he makes it. He does make it because he's 8 inches away. We'll roll the Overwatch to see if he actually does make it. But Tom hasn't got the heart to do that on camera, so we'll do that off camera. Next, do you want to go with the Lictors because they get a reroll fail, don't they? So,
yeah, we'll go into the Dread.
Yeah, so he's looking for a 9. Oh, close,
7. No. We'll try again.
They should get a reroll any or both the dice, I think, would be nice.
No.
No, second Lictor, same target. So he is in. So push him in unless I kill him.
Yeah.
Because I'll get Overwatch against both, which would be nice.
Steelers into these guys.
Yeah,
definitely.
I'll tell you what, roll the distance just because you might want to wrap around or something.
That's what I'm thinking.
So 5, so we'll leave that next to them.
Put 5 next to it. And then the Hormagaunts.
The Gribblies, are they going against the tank?
They certainly are.
So I think it's 2-3 inches plus 2 for the tank, so
yeah.
you can need more than a 4 basically, I think. Yeah, they're definitely in. So we'll leave that next to them. We'll do all the Overwatch off camera because there's tons to do.
Yeah.
We'll see what's left alive.
Yeah, was it -1, was it? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this guy took a wound going in Overwatch. The Overwatch rolls are pretty, well, mediocre really.
Yeah.
These haven't been moved in
They're
yet.
going to get in.
I managed to cause like 4 wounds and then he made all his catalyst saves.
Yeah.
And then the Steelers made all their saves as well.
Looked
And we've got no hits on these, but one Lickler's made in. So the big one is this guy caused a wound at -1. So he's got A6 up. If he passes this, he's in. If he doesn't, he died on the way in heroically. We kept that one for camera because that was
that's embarrassing.
There was a chance. But we'll let Tom move in and decide where he's going to go because I do have 2 points. There's a potential to interrupt. Whether I do or not is another story. So basically we need to do all these guys in.
We're going to wrap all around.
Right, so everybody's in. This guy sneakily going to just do a heroic intervention.
Cool.
Because he's safe, can't be targeted. That'd be nice. He'd get some free attacks on some Steelers.
Declared him, shouldn't I?
Yeah. Although I think, you know,
he would have got a pop shot.
He would have got a plasma pistol shot. Maybe he's a grenade or something. But
well, I think for points, I'm going to start with these Steelers.
Okie dokie.
Try and get rid of you.
Get rid of the troop squad
first.
So this is less than 10. So you took 3 attacks a
6,
man.
9, 12, 15, 18.
18 attacks hitting on 3s.
Not bad.
I'm guessing you're using the -1, the normal claws, isn't it?
Just rending claws.
Rending claws. Hitting on 3s. Ooh. So yeah, wounding on 4s.
4s. Please be good. That's not terrible.
That's not too bad because the 6 is minus big, isn't it?
Yeah, the 6 is basically -4. And then these are all -1 or 2.
I think -1 on the standard. So I'll take a wound on a normal guy. Nothing I can do against that. And then there's 5. It is -4. It's not -3, is it?
It's definitely -4.
5 on 4 up. I'm getting Tom to check. So past another one. So that's 5 wounds taken altogether, which is 2.5 guys dead.
Good.
Right. So I don't think I'm going to pay 2 points to interrupt because this guy does get some attacks, but my tank's the other unit and it's not going to do anything. So we'll let Tom. We'll do that one off camera.
Yeah.
Do you want to go down?
I guess
here?
we can go down here. Aye. So the lictor. So I'm going to use the. Just going to go for the grasping talons because that's 2 damage, and if I get lucky,
kills a
might
bike.
kill a few.
Yeah, go for it. So
hitting on 2s, which is good.
There's the inevitable one.
Of
One
course,
creeps in.
of course.
His strength
is
6.
6.
Yeah, so he's wound on 3s. So 1 wound is the 6 mega.
No, it's just 2 damage.
And is it minus?
-1.
-1. So we're looking for a 4 up. There's already a wounded bike there. No, so we've lost a bike. So the wounded guy will take him off and see how many wounds. Actually, you've got another one on the Dreadnought, so you want to roll that one now.
Yeah.
Okay, so against the Dread.
Yeah.
Same again.
Going to use the rending claws this time.
Yeah, for the take off the armour.
Hitting on 2s. Good.
Wounding on 5s because I'm T7.
5s.
Does get 1.
And it's -4. So
-4, so no save. Is it 1 damage or 2?
It is just a 1.
Just a 1. So he is venerable, so you'll get a 6 up. No, so he has dropped a wound, so he's
Cool.
down to 7 wounds. And then we'll do that one off camera, that's too many. So these guys hit on 4s, reroll 1s. Tom's got like 1,000,000. How many did you say the total was attacks?
38.
38 attacks, so he's just going to roll up a load of dice. We've done some attacks back out of sequence. These guys killed 4 Steelers. Tom removed them from the captain first, which was sensible, so I can't attack. These guys, unsurprisingly, killed the Lictor, which had a couple of wounds left. And they've done their pay and move this way as well. So Tom will have a morale check to make on these Steelers at leadership 9. I think he's lost 4, so on a 6 he'll lose another Steeler and go down to 1. We'll just count up his total hits on here because he'll hit on 4s with lots of attacks. He should get about 25 attacks. That hit, I think.
26.
Well, that's not a bad guess then, was it?
That was pretty good.
And your strength 3 though, so you will wound on 6s.
Yeah.
So again, just point out these guys will wound on 6s, but they get the reroll 1s because they're like iggly claws.
Hit phase.
Sorry, that was just a hit phase. So Tom wounded 3 times, passed all my saves, didn't get any hits back, so that's the combat there. Is it tied up? I know you've surrounded us pretty much, but there's no people in it. Which is a shame, but that's the good thing to do, because if there was anyone in it, then if by some miracle they caused 13 wounds and I blow up,D be dead. So if that...
Scooch out or fire it.
Well, it's got fly, so it can just move over you.
Yeah, true.
So we do have a leadership test, I think. Is the only thing on a Genestealer. So on a 6 up, you'll lose 1. Oh, the Dreadnought can attack back as well against your Lictor. So 4 attacks with the Dread. Hitting on 3s because I'm vulnerable, -1 because you're a lictor. Oh, that's definitely cocked. So we've got 2 hits. The Captain is within 6. So we've got 3 hits. I think I wound you on 3s because I'm strength 6. 2 wounds, no minuses because I've got no special weapons and all that.
2 5-ups.
So that lictor's lost 2, he's down to 1, is he? 3 wounds each, did you say? Yeah. So that's alright, but he does stop him shooting, which is quite good. So a big roll on a Genestealer. No. So he doesn't lose any, so there's 2 there. So there's, you know, it's my turn basically. You go into my turn and then we'll count up the points at the end of the battle round. So I've got some work to do here. Movement phase done. These guys have come this way. Again, we're playing attack league now. We're going to contact the troops. These have advanced. I'm staying this side of the building just to stay out of gun range of these guys and make it even longer for the Steelers, but there's nothing I can really do against Genestealers. This guy stayed still, but the rest of the squad moved forward. The Librarian moved forward, his arms fell off. This squad that was here backed out of combat. The Captain's moved round. If need be, he can help go in against the Genestealers. These guys have done a push-up. Obviously, that Neurothrope and the Rippers are down there to look at the kill. The Dreadnought's staying locked up. Tank just did a little flip back. But down here, we've dropped the bomb. The Deathwatch bomb, we've got the guys dropped down with our heavy bolters in range here. There's a Captain there with his storm bolter as well. And the Leviathan, whose closest target is this guy if I need to kill it. So we're going to go into my psychic phase. We're going to start with a smite, because if I can get those 2 Genestealers gone, then all of a sudden... Oh, I should have stayed in combat. That's why I was going to stay in combat. Never mind. The Librarian, who's hovering right on the front of that tank there, right in front of your Genestealer's face.
Nice, right.
So we're going to smite. Smiticus. It's a 9.
Good. I might as well try to deny it with this one here.
Yeah. It's a deny. Do we attempt null zone? Yes, we'll attempt null zone. No, it doesn't go off.
Alright, cool.
Second power. It's an 8 or more, but it would just meant your Steelers didn't get an in gun. Because you never know, you could make, if they get in combat and save lots of saves, then it can happen. Catalyst is on the Gribblers, we'll have to remember that.
Work for it at least.
So we'll do some shooting. There's going to be a lot of dice. So basically, these guys here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot the Genestealers with all the bolter stone bolters, and the intention is to charge these guys.
Yes, keep them locked
so
up.
We'll do that and we'll see how many we get. Those guys won't be shooting unless that aggressor sneakily with an 18, which he will not be. There'll be all guns blazing down here into these guys. The repulsor tank's probably going to pick on the Gribblies right in front of it. But we'll work our way around. And like I said, there's just lots of small arms fair. So I'll do the small arms fair here and we'll come back with the main event, the bigger guns.
Yeah.
Catch that one on camera. So we've done some shooting. These guys have been absolutely rinsed. Tom's got 2 command points left. He's blatantly not using any because he wants to auto pass these to hold on to it. I've had an exceptional shooting phase.
Yep.
As I've seen these guys, I don't know if I've covered it, they absolutely murdered this Genestealer unit with the intention to charge them. These guys and the Captain landed some weight of fire down here. This guy did 2 missiles into the Aberrant squad down there. He only caused 1 wound, which was fair enough. But he shot the Ripper Swarm to get rid of those guys completely. This tank popped loads of guns into here, killed absolutely tons of them. Popped Twin Lads over there, killed one of those. And it also killed the Psyker, which was the closest target, which is down there. So now the Familiar's still around. There's no
just thinking, oh god, what have I done?
The Genestealers died to weight of fire, and these guys helped tickle some of these guys. And this now is Tom's saves, which left... After all that was done, this guy next to all these with their many guns. So Tom's got loads. Yeah, he does get an in one, but he's got lots to make. Is it 4 wounds?
Basic, 5.
5 wounds to get through. That's a good roll. It's got a wound left.
4, yeah.
That's why I hate these guys. Because you look at that. If that was even like...
That's good for you, really, though, because then...
Now I can charge it and get a bit closer. Well, it isn't, because I don't necessarily...
True.
It's khaki anyway, but I hate them so much that.
Well, you stopped me scoring it, so that's the most important part.
Like we said, it's troops. So what I have tried to do this turn, I've played it really tactical. I've tried to put a lot of pressure on troops. I'll kind of charge these. So I'm still hoping I'll try and make Tom use a command point, which he's not going to now. He's not that daft. He's going to keep it. But there will be morale checks all over the place. I think they're still within synapse range. Yeah. So in terms of charges, I'm sure that's all my gun. I don't think they'll be in charge range. This guy's going to go in against them, as are the bikes, because you've got no Overwatch. The Marine squad up there, they've got no guns, so the Captain and the Marine squad that weren't in combat will go in against them. Okay. Try and get rid of them.
Yeah.
The tank fell back, so it can't charge. The Dreadnought's fine. The bikes are going to go in against the troop squad, so they'll have to eat some Overwatch.
Right.
So we'll do some rolls. The bike squad going against the Brainium. They're definitely. I wish I was going to say Leviathan.
Want those guys, man.
The Leviathan.
Ooh.
He's not in. You know what? I'm not bothered.
Nah.
I'm going to keep him where he is.
I think you're alright.
The bike squad kind of failing, to be honest. I'm going in a straight line anyway.
Yeah.
So the Marine squad that are next to that puddle of filth in front of the tank. Well, actually, we weren't counting that as a crater before for cover, were we? Or are we?
It is up to you.
Well, we weren't before because Genestealers didn't get cover.
I didn't go through them. Exactly, yeah, true.
And you didn't go through to another. So the brown ones we would definitely count as craters. So 3 inches, they're definitely not in. And the captain is 5 inches.
Maybe, yeah, it might be.
Well, we'll measure. If not, I'm not sure whether I want to.
No.
Is he not in? What does he need?
6.
Because they're in synapse range, aren't they? But I think I'll have enough gun to get rid of them. My head's telling us no. No, I should keep it. I'll keep the command. We'll keep everyone where they are for now. And then, like I said, so we've just got the bike squad here and the bike squad down there.
Cool.
And then we'll move them in and come back. But that was a pretty devastating round of fire, it really was.
I think that's
the only thing that really whiffed was his missile. So it caused our wound, but everything else was pretty devastating.
I think that's almost wrapped the game up, but let's play it out anyway.
I know, turn 2.
Yeah, I know.
And there's no instant death in this one, so it is literally a case of if you can hold on. Those 2 command points when spent might score you points anyway at the end of this round.
Well, I hope so. That's it.
So we lost a bike on the way into a flamer.
Yeah.
He used a command point to try and save him as well, but didn't fail it. A 2, a 1 and a 1.
It's good. It's good for me anyway.
No other damage done. Tom rolled some epic rolls if it would have been the shooting phase. So many 5s. Not many 6s.
Not many 6s.
So,
I think that sums up today's performance really, but yeah.
So we know Tom's got 2 points. I don't think he's going to interfere with a Neurothorpe or anything. So we're going to go the normal guys down here. 3 attacks each, hitting on 3s. It'll be wounding on 3s because you're T3 and you're a troop, so I'll be re-rolling 1s. So we've got that many is 6, but we'll do the sergeant as well with his power axe. So he's got 2. He's got 2 wounds at -2.
So I'll do them first.
So there'll be no save, so 2 will be dead.
2 will be dead.
And then you've got
shotties, I guess.
a bunch of 5-ups to make for the guys. He's already lost 2. Oh, he saved 3, not bad. So that's 5 dudes gone though. Yeah. That's half the squad.
Not good.
And it will be a morale check coming up. So hopefully he'll shed a few more. They will get to attack back, so they might kill the bikes. But I need to thin those guys out as much as possible. And then we'll roll these guys as well. So it's going to be 3 attacks each for the veterans on bikes with chainswords, and then 3 attacks with the power sword. Again, none of this is going to matter, so I'm going to roll everybody's attacks together because you've got an in-run save. So we managed to cause 3 wounds on the floaty brain. We've got 3 ups with 1 wound left.
Come on.
Die. Oh, he's passed them all. I knew you would. That's why I wanted the Leviathan, just to clip its little tentacles off. Right, so I'll nominate a unit now. So we're going to go with the Dreadnought. Yeah. Because he's in combat anyway. So I think the captain moved out of 6 inches range.
Definitely. And
they all hit because he's venerable and it was -1 to hit you. Oh, he's got 2 wounds as well. Yeah, so 2 normal saves on the lictor.
5-ups.
He's bit the dust.
Right.
So I'm going to consolidate with the units that I could, pile in with, etc., etc., and we'll come back with Tom's attacks.
Power pick, hitting on
down
4s.
Here, yeah. Leader 2 attacks, hitting on 4s with his power pick.
And also, I can re-roll hit rolls of 1 in the fight phase because I've got the cult icon.
Cult icon's in there, yeah.
So let's go with the leader first. 4s.
Oh.
Never mind. And then everyone else should be using 10 attacks.
They've got 2 attacks each.
No, they've got 1 attack each. There's 10 of them.
Is the ward not a special thing or anything like that? The actual staff?
No.
Do the guys with the heavy weapons have 2? Yeah.
They've all just got 1 attack each.
Oh, 1 attack. Well, there's 4, right.
There's 10 there.
Yeah, it's 10 guys plus a sword. Got it. I just wasn't sure if the ward was like a damage 2 weapon. You actually use it like a staff or something.
10. These are hitting on 4s, re-rolling 1s because of these icon.
That's a bit better.
That's much better.
That's how we do it. So everyone hit 10 hits. They'll be wounding on 5s.
Yeah, that's that. The same roll, please.
Well, your flamer was awesome. That's how you managed to kill one in Overwatch.
Come on. I just want you out of the way so I can...
I know, that's why I don't want to be out of the way.
Alright,
Nice.
okay.
So 3 wounds.
Yeah.
I'm going to take them on the normal bikes. Obviously, I have to do 2 at a time, really, but I'm going to take them all on normal bikes. So there's another wound took on a normal bike.
Good.
So you managed to kill a bike and wound a bike in combat, but I'm happy with that result. But then you've got your floaty brainium.
Oh, strength 3.
Which has hit. Tom was like, down him for that, and then it's hit. So you'll be wounded on a 5. Tom.
No minus.
Tom.
Why?
So I've got a 3 up on a bike. Oh, I don't even know what it is.
It's a 5.
It's a 5.
You're
So
alright.
they're good. And there's no other combat. So at the end of that battle round, we need to do morale.
Yeah, I'll be paying to pass over here.
So Tom's out of command points. They've auto passed. Down here, you lost. Was it 5? Did you say?
No, nowhere near that many. I think it was 3.
3.
Right.
Whatever. I can't remember how many you had here. The big unit over there was within 12 of them, so they'll auto pass. That's fine.
It was 4.
So you lost 4, and their leadership is 7, probably.
I think it's well.
We'll double check. I'll tell you, roll a dice and we'll double
Yeah.
check it. I think it's 7. So you'd either lose a guy or it wouldn't be 7. These guys, sorry, the leader is 8, so Tom's fine. No morale there. These have auto passed, and these gribbles are still within 12 of this girl, so they will auto pass. So at the end of that, the Deathwatch will get a kill point for killing more units than you did in the turn. And in terms of objectives, nobody controls this. Nobody controls that. Tom's troops control this one. The Deathwatch control this, so it's no score. So no score. Moving into Xenos turn 3. This is what makes it tricky, because you have to, to score points, or you're either going to try and kill the units and throw numbers onto objectives, because you've only got 1 troop left, 2 troop units. They're bogged down in combat. They could fall back, and then the Steelers go over, but then there's a unit there. So it's so tricky, isn't it? Because it's like, do you have the ability to survive a round of combat or fire? That's what it's all about.
I would have brought way more troops if I'd have.
So would I. That's what I mean. Thinking about the bikes have done quite well so far, because they've thrown down a lot of fire. But actually, some of the stars so far, the intercessors have been excellent. But that's so, I probably wouldn't have bothered with, like, I know the droppy dudes were good and stuff, but for me, just troops might have been nice. Another couple of, maybe even veteran squad, combat squad and stuff like that. But it's an interesting game. Anyway, moving into turn 3. Right, turn 3 movement is over. These guys have just scooched behind the cover, the last of them that are alive.
Yeah.
They're going to be shooting the closest target and all that kind of stuff, so they're not going to probably be negatively impacted by instinctive behaviour this turn anyway.
Yeah.
They might still actually be in range of 24. There's Neurothorpe stayed in combat, because it wants to basically, if it survives, it holds up my bikes from falling back and shooting and charging. So Tom is pretty much playing a holding game and hoping for the best. These have all stayed locked up in combat, and the Genestealers have moved around. Now the auto pistols will be able to shoot in the shooting phase, which is quite good. The Lictor moved up towards the Dread to silence him again for another turn. If we didn't point it out before, the reason that that's still alive and the Magus isn't is because he failed the roll on its 4 up, isn't it, to intercept the wounds, basically.
So
I don't know if we mentioned it, but he basically failed the roll. And these guys have moved up, and they're 7 inches away from the tank. The -2s are 9 both units, so a 9-inch charge.
They are, because of this chap though, because of the Wall of the United Throng thing, they're a +1 at their charge.
Yeah, so it's an 8. So
we'll see.
They've got to get in. I'm hoping they get in for the for the game, but not for the damage they'll do to the tank.
True.
So moving into the psychic phase.
Yeah, I think we'll just go straight away smite on the bikes.
Yeah, well, he's got no command points, so it doesn't matter
if
you're going to save the thingy.
Let's go for it.
So I think you might be within 24, so you've got a 6. Yeah, my psychic's definitely within 24. So we'll try and deny smite. We don't.
Cool.
And I'm not using my last command point for that. So we took a wound on a bike. And then I think, was it going to be Catalyst on the Gribblers to help protect them, or on himself?
No,
Gribblers. He has to protect the troops, that's how he scores.
So, so looking for a 6. Yeah.
Does go off.
Cool, that's it. We'll do some...
You got the guns down there, which is why you moved them, So these guys are going to unload that auto pistols.
Yeah.
So they've all got them, so 4s to hit.
4s, yeah.
Not bad.
5s to wound.
There's that many hit. 5s to wound. 2. Well, there's a chance you kill a bike because one of the guys is wounded.
Yeah. Better than now, isn't it? Yeah.
So looking for 2 3-ups. I knew you'd get him. Right, so this guy is gone. We'll get rid of him.
Cool.
It's not going to make much difference to the Genestealers. It'll still give them someone to munch up.
Oh yeah.
The Lictor's got some pistol thing to go into the Dreadnought.
That is true. I think it's 2.
Do you want to do these guys?
Yeah.
So I think they're more likely to, they can kill some of these guys, have a bigger
5,
impact.
6, 3.
So the last of the Gribbles, command points paid to keep these guys alive.
6, yeah. I've spent money on these, so you can do something now. So they hit on 4s.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's not too bad.
Yes.
So strength 4 wounding these guys on 5s because it's
Fives.
T5. Oh, 1. I thought you were going to get a good load there. Oh, so it does take a wound.
Flinked it off.
It does take a wound, and we'll move into the Lictor as well. So the Lictor wasn't going to film, but did get a hit and a wound on this guy, so he'll get a 3-up save. No, and he gets a venerable save. No, so he's dropped the wound as well.
Nice.
So a little bit's clinking in here and there, but I think that's the end of the gun.
Yep.
We're going to go into the charge, so he can't really fail. Do you want to roll the dice and waste your good numbers or not? If you're going in there, you don't. If you want to wrap round, which you might want to do for closer units.
We'll do it. Yeah.
So 9. So 9. He's going to probably come right round. Yeah. We'll do some Overwatch later.
Have them face each other and.
Right. Do you want to save the best till last? Is he going to go in first by some miracle that he makes it and eats the Overwatch?
No, that's a terrible idea. I'll do the squad of aberrants first. So looking for an 8-inch charge. Did we say?
It was 7 up to 9 plus 1 is 8.
Yeah. Come on.
No command points. Can he do it?
No. Oh. We'll try it with the Abominant. He's going to do it himself. He's sick of all these people. Come on. No, I'm not going to charge for me. It's no point, is there?
Oh, he's in. They're definitely staying put. The Genestealers down there can't really fail, so
yeah, they're definitely
going to be in where they are. So we'll do some Overwatch and see what's alive when we come back.
No,
so one of Baron killed. We managed to wound this guy. I can't remember, it was 1 or 2 wounds now.
Just the one.
And down there we missed the Lictor as well. So that's it for Overwatch. So I don't have enough command points to interrupt, so Tom can start wherever you like. Do you want to do the Lictor? Seems you're there.
Go for the Lictor.
The lickety split. That's a hit. Yeah, that's a full face, a hit. Yeah.
And then
wounding on 5s. I think he's strength 6, isn't he? Yeah, against T7, went up for 5s. Is this the double damage one you're going for?
Yeah, missed.
Yeah, so no hits there.
Do the teeth and claws.
Oh yeah, on this girl, she'll hit and wound. Sure,
of course she's hit. And 4?
Nah, she's strength 5? No, she's strength 4, isn't she?
Yeah. I think it might be strength. I don't know. It's not a wound, is it? Right.
These should finish the business. This is what it's all about.
We'll do the Steelers first.
Well, you should anyway because they're charged.
6, 9.
Rules as written and all that. Yeah. So hitting on 3s.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Hitting on 3s, wounding on 5s. Oh, Thomas.
Wow.
There's our 3 hits.
Yeah.
Actually, well, reroll. Yeah, I'd 1 hit because he's within 6.
Not anymore after the charge. You moved 1 away. He is with this.
I moved them in range for you. You mean you moved them away when you charged in?
No, like there was 1 here.
So why doesn't he? Oh, Bike moved away. That's right.
Sorry.
Oh, right. Okay, sorry. I'm trying to help you out here.
I know.
5s to wound. 6s will be good. So you got 1 wound at -1.
Yeah.
We're looking for a 4-up, taking on a normal Bike. He's good. Then you get to nominate a unit. Forget down there because she didn't happen. You definitely have nominated these guys to try and get the Bikers. So we'll let Tom get all these dice tallied up.
7.
So this squad is within 6.
Yeah.
This guy here. So rerolling 1s to hit, and he adds 1 to the hit roll. So they're hitting on 3s.
Yeah.
Like we said, I made him roll the brain, but he was never going to do that first. It's not as bad as it looks with the rerolls. So there's only 2 misses there.
Pretty good.
Be wounding on 5s.
No 5s.
Can't believe your Steelers whiffed. Just 1. So we're looking for a 3-up. Oh, saved.
And then we have the leader with the power pick, so hitting on 3s.
Same again, 3s and then rerolling 1s.
And then it'll be, what's the pick?
Pick of Destiny.
I think it's just
that's what he needs.
It's got a minus. No, never mind.
So that wasn't a wound either. Right, so we've got the guys to attack back. We'll have to do these. I'm going to go against your troop unit.
Right, yeah.
So the sergeant with a power axe. Got 2 hits. Be wounding on 3s. I know, you're toughness 3, aren't you? Be wounding on 2s.
Right.
And you'll be rerolling 1s because you're troops. It's -2, so that is No, strength +1, -2. So he's wounded on 3s.
Two
You've got no save, yeah, so 2 dead. I'll get it right eventually.
Yeah.
And then the other dude with a chainsword who will have 3 attacks, he's hit twice. He'll wound on 3s. 2 wounds from him, so you get 2 5-ups.
2 5-ups.
Nice.
Hey.
So again, they'll be immune to morale.
Sweet.
We rolled up off camera before we did all this, because obviously it went wrong. So the Dreadnought goes 2 wounds on the Lictor. So
Any
Tom's
minus?
no minus because he's just got his
5-ups.
Yeah.
Nope.
So that's 2. So I think the Lictor's on his
he?
last wound.
Yeah.
Oh no, was he already wounded?
How much
No, he
damage
was
is it?
fresh, just 1.
Oh, right, yeah, he's down
So
to
he's
1.
down to his last wound, and then he's got 3 ups to make again on the floaty brain. Managed to get 3 wounds in on him.
Am I about to ruin your day? No, probably not. Nah.
No, so
you
there
got
is the
him.
fail. So
Got
he
him.
does get him. So we'll push up 3 inches to get around the corner and see those little gribbles for our next turn.
Nicely done.
But so like I said, we're scored at the end of the battle round. Just push these up 3. I'm just amazed you haven't managed to remove units. You seem to have done like little bits of damage here and there, but nothing massive.
Absolutely nothing.
But I think your Genestealer Cult thing let you down massively. But
yeah.
again, I've just had some epic shooting rolls on big units. Like, I still can't believe that little aggressor had so many wounds on that hive town at the start. It was unreal.
Yeah.
And stuff like little things like they should be dead.
They should.
But they're just soaking it up like Genestealer's
I think
whiffed.
my rolls have.
Yeah, your rolls this game have been pretty bad.
Keep saying it though. It can't just be my roll, and it's got to be something else. So I think it's just been
New model syndrome as well. New
one.
things to use, and the models that you need to use to do the things you want to do haven't happened like the rolls. So we'll move into my turn 3.
Yes.
Yeah, and see what we can do my turn 3. So these guys are staying locked up. These guys have jumped over here to put some hurt on these. They've advanced round, so they now are within 3 of this objective. The bikes have moved round us as the Leviathan to try and kill those guys who did they or didn't they get catalyst?
They did,
yeah. So they have been catalysed. This squad's moved down onto here, so they're holding that one. These guys have moved forward. The aggressor didn't move. The rest of the squad did just to get close to the Lictor after the Dreadnought fell back.
I'm going to turn him to see his fate.
Well, I'm -1 to hit, so I'm hoping the captain smashes him, or I don't have to get that close. And this tank it's moved, so it's 12 inches away from those guys, and there's a little gribble.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Well, we just want to keep him safe. Keep him safe. He knows, he's supposed to be a veteran.
Probably my toughest unit,
If they get into that thing, they should hammer time it. MC hammer time it. So we're going to go into the psychic phase. We're going to just go for a smite. He's got 1 wound. See if we can get rid of him. It's a 9.
Nothing to deny.
So he is dead. We're not going to attempt a second power in case we just do some nasty perils. Then what we're going to do, we're going to open up with all the small arms down here into these guys. I pretty much reckon this end of the board will be cleared. Actually, what we'll do on camera, we'll show off the Leviathan. So you'll do heavy flamers into these guys, and you'll do his storm cannon into these, because I can't target the carrier because it's still not the closest. So the Leviathan hits on a 2. He did move, so he will be hitting on 3s with his storm cannon, which is 10 shots at strength 7. He's only missed once. He'll be wounding on 3s because the aberrance, toughness 5. That is brutal because each one is -2 and 2 damage. So I think that's a dead aberrant squad. They were wounds. Yeah. So dagger. They're definitely gone.
Nicely
And
done.
2d6 heavy flamers on the gribbles is 7. And these will be wounding on 3s.
This is like wrapping it up with a nice bow on top.
Now what's even worse is you are troops.
Yeah, so you get a real.
So you've got 7 saves of a 6 because that is cover for these guys who are in the corner.
Alright, okay. I'll just roll these.
And then if they survive, they've got Stonebolters to face.
Yeah, I know. No.
So that's enough. Oh, by 1. Yeah.
Yep.
It's interesting because now I don't know who's going to be closer. Whether it's going to be this guy or the sneaky little thing around the corner. But we'll carry on moving on anyway. We'll go down here. So the captain with his Stonebolter is going to shoot into these guys. Hits on 2s. I'm going to use Hellfire rounds. You can reroll 1s. Still got to miss. Wounds on 2s. You can reroll 1s because you're troops. So we've got 3 wounds. You will get saves of 5 or 6 because you're behind the barricade.
Right, here we go.
And he's failed 3. And then these guys will unleash with 18 shots. Yeah, and they're dead. So the shooting phase has come to an abrupt end. This guy, as it comes, we could only really see with a couple of stone bolters. He had to shoot this little familiar dude. We got a couple of hits. We rolled a 1 on the wound with the Hellfire rounds and used the last command point to reroll and roll a 1. So he managed to stay alive, which meant this tank had to put all its guns into him because nobody else really around here can see this guy now. So he's left alive where he is. He's out of charge range because the tank was just... Well, the tank could potentially charge him, but that isn't going to happen.
That'd be a bad move, I would say.
And then, what was it? Yeah, they finished off any gribblies down there. We're seeing there's no gunshots down here because I don't have any pistols, I don't believe, with my bike as. I don't think I do. I'll double check later on, but I don't think I do. So we'll move into the only real charge that would happen is none. So we'd move into the combat phase and these guys would attack.
Yep.
And at this stage of the game, I'd go against your troops.
Yeah,
I think I have to, it makes sense.
They're the points.
So command points all used up.
Yes.
Power axe hitting on 3s. He's got 2 hits. Chainsword hitting on 3s. He's got 3 hits. So we're looking for 3s to wound, well 3s to kill with a sergeant. So there's 1 dead. And then we have 2 wounds with a chainsword. So you've got 2 5-ups.
Okay. 2 5-ups. Mid
So
one,
there's another one gone.
Yep.
Every little helps down there.
Alright.
And then Tom can make some attacks back with the Steelers. Let's get the Steelers. They've got to do better this time.
They have to, right?
They've got to do better.
So 9 attacks, hitting on 3s.
3s and 5s.
Do I put them on there? What's
It's
the
just a
toughness
squad.
of
It's a
these
squad,
again?
5s.
No, I'm just thinking because
Or your claws or
the
your...
pure strains can use Scythe Talons and reroll 1s, can't they? So, screw it. We'll go for Rending Claws again.
See what you're rolling then.
Hitting on
Decide.
3s. No, that's not fair.
I know, I'm just saying. The
So
net
only
would
drop
explode.
Them, right, and then
That's better, at least.
wound on 5s.
Yeah, I think you only hit twice last time, so that's a massive improvement.
So 2 wounds.
So out of curiosity, if you had to reroll the 1s, what would you have got? Just the same.
Yeah.
So it's 2 wounds at -1.
2 wounds.
Oh, he saved. Baker saved twice, the normal
Right,
Baker.
then we'll shovel in.
Yeah, they're all in.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh,
And an extra one for
hang
the...
on. Yeah,
The
ignore
dude
that.
with a pick, so you got 6
Do the
dudes.
pick. So he's hit once.
Can reroll 1s because you got the ward.
Oh, yeah, because of the cult icon, yeah. So no.
Yeah, because he had 1 to his hit roll because the unit's still within 6 of this guy.
Cool, so he's
2
going
hits.
on 5s.
Yeah,
Minus 2.
-2, so we're going for a 5-up on a normal bike. Nope, so it's took a wound.
Took a wound, cool. And then the other guys.
6 guys.
6, yeah.
So
they're
threes
hitting on
for these guys,
yeah.
and then 5s. Rerolling
Reroll
1s.
1s for the cult icon.
So 4 hits, and we're looking for 5s.
For 5s. Come on, a good
I know,
roll,
I'm
come
spurring you on.
on.
One.
Just the
This
one.
could get him. This could get the other
Could get at
bike.
least 1, yeah.
Oh, no.
Ah.
So the Baker is on a wound. I've got wounded models left, right, and centre.
Yeah.
There's no morale to take, I don't believe. No, because
no,
you've got
they don't
leadership
do, yeah,
8.
exactly.
So it's more about me holding you up, because you did debate the breaking from combat to try and get there. So at the end of the round, I definitely killed more units than you.
Yeah.
Which is 1 kill point. And at the minute, I am now sitting on 1 because they're troops, 2 because they're troops.
Yeah.
To your
Nothing.
nothing. Ooh.
I think that's.
We know what's going to happen
I
for
think
the
we
rest
have
of
to
the game.
just call it there.
I
like,
think we do.
before I get tabled, and then you'd still be scoring points anyway. Like if there was,
Exactly.
if I was still in blobs on it, I'd say yeah, let's keep it going. But now that my 2 point scorers have gone, I think that's it. Innit?
It's funny because I don't think I'd be hundreds of points ahead of you because I don't have
No,
the
no,
mobility to
wait.
get troops on those. I can maybe get, because I can't control all 4. The only way I would be to get a unit in that tank and zip over here, or like zip this way and get these over here. But I'd be losing points. That, you know what I mean? You wouldn't be able to sit on an objective, so I'd only ever be getting a point a turn, I think. So it more the tabling which doesn't count in this game. So I think the score at the minute's 4-1 or something.
Possibly higher after that.
Let's have a look. Because
Yeah, yeah.
at the end of this round, I will get the kill points 1 on the objective.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll be 5. It'll be 5-1.
5-1.
So we'll call it there. Realistically, if there's another couple of
Definitely,
turns,
yeah.
it'll be 7, maybe 9-1.
I think these could eventually kill you.
I'm
But then
surprised
they
if
have to
they
go over here and then contest this. I don't think it's going to happen. Even with Boss Man over here, like, coming in to help, I still don't think it would happen.
I think, you know what, it's lovely to see these on. I'm sort
He
of...
hasn't had a chance.
I know.
My two biggest boss men, this guy and the Abominant, haven't even had a chance to do that.
Those rolls on the table
devastated.
really didn't help you, did they?
I know.
I think, you know...
It was that cult ambush.
On our story, the Deathwatch have done what they've come to do. They've burned out these bits. The cult ambush will fade away. This aspect of it, that's what's left. The nids are gone. So maybe's, you know, the pure strains, the hive mind has been evaporated out, or she's brooding, the Norn Queen or whatever she's calling. She doesn't like these guys. She knows these boys in black really don't treat our guys very well, and girls.
No.
But the cult will sneak away. Maybe's they'll salvage some parts off these wrecked vehicles. That's what the maybe's come for.
Maybe.
So next time, you know, I never know, there might be a couple of Lehman Russ being added for some armour.
Maybe I found a cheap broken down one on eBay, you know, like, maybe I've already bought it.
Or maybe he has, or
we'll see.
Maybe he commissioned some off the Talon, and we'll see. But that was, I enjoyed playing that, and
it's a good mission, I think.
It got brutal. I did say on our text message before the game, I said, you know what, this game could be, I think it's going to start slow and get brutal.
Yeah.
And it, blooming heck, it started slow and got brutal.
I think me just not getting anything in turn one, not scoring anything turn one, just ruined it.
You got the objective for turn one, because you had more at the end of the objective, but
I meant
you didn't have the bodies to get on all of them, which is realistically in this game, how is that going to, you're not going to get that in the early turn. You might get it turn 3 or 4 or something if you're lucky. And I think not having a lot of range firepower helped me, because you couldn't put wounds on my units to weaken them down before you slammed into them. And then when you slammed into them, let's be honest, you didn't do very well. Your Genestealers killed 2.5 Primaris.
Nothing.
And it was, I think, one of those days is to just round it down to. Even your Gribblies, as well with this objective, I was just going to say, like, because we now know you can only score it with troops.
Yeah.
Would you have been better having, because you don't know the mission, right? In theory, you don't know the mission, but would you have been better instead of having 20 Gribblies, having 10 and 10? And even going 2 battalions, units. 10 and 10 and 10 and 10, do you know what I mean? Splitting them, having smaller units. Because then you're mostly immune to morale. Morale's not an issue. Maybe it's even like something like Tyranid warriors who are synapse to hold it. And because for me, I'm thinking my list. Yes, I know it looked like it did fantastic here against a different list. Probably wouldn't have done as good.
I don't know. Like
I don't know. Different armies, different lists of stuff's picking on my units. Because you do what from turn 2, I just start picking on your troops.
Maybe against Imperium it would struggle, but I think against any Xenos it would.
Well, against Xenos lists, that's what a Deathwatch is supposed to do.
Yeah.
But I'll be fair with you, the game I played against Dave's Knights was close to a point, but then he pulled away with it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like I could imagine Imperium stuff, high armor.
You need stuff like this. Your venerable dreadnoughts can be pretty good.
Yeah.
But I think anything like that, when you start going Imperium against Imperium, it becomes a case of who's got the better Imperium units. You know, you've got bigger knights, better guns, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And any other army is pretty much, you know, what's the best you've got against what's the best I've got. And with the Marines, especially the Primaris Overload, you've got units with a lot of wounds to chew through, who've got decent range, decent ammunition. So I'm not bothered about, you know, you didn't really have any vehicles, so I'm not bothered. I can safely say all my special ammo is going to be Hellfire, which will help us on weight and numbers. If you had a couple of Lehman Russ, which are toughness 8, all of a sudden, you know, like things like other transport vehicles to protect your troops.
Yeah, I think definitely need to step up my game a bit next time. Maybe think more about how I would make the list, I think, is where I need to work on.
Well, I think what we'll do is select the scenario similar to last time. So this was the first encounter. This was first bite, as we've called it.
Well, it's kind of like the second encounter, isn't it? This is the
first of the saga.
Series,
So basically, the Deathwatch have come. They've made contact. The cult are not happy. They snuck off. You know, the hive mind sent them some allies, which, you know, didn't work. So maybe it's the next time we're going to push further forward. We've got this gulch. We're going to, you know, hold it, secure it, burn out these filthy tendrils, see which way they go, and maybe's advance. And the epic of this, I'm hoping that at the end point is an assault on maybe an absolute cult stronghold. So, you know, underground, the uprising, the queens there, everything. Or we'll get it to the Tyranid, one of the Hive Fleet actual like ships, and they board it and have to go and destroy it.
Well, I've recently designed a board. I don't know.
Oh yeah, see it, you printed it out. Yeah, we'll get that.
Board.
So maybe we can put that on here somewhere and it leads into it, and that's it. They're going on the ship to.
Cool. Yeah.
I might even consider using Captain Artemis because he's got that vortex grenade. So he's going to go and feed that to the Queen, and that would be epic.
We'll put some links to pictures of that board because I'm pretty proud of it actually.
Yeah, I'll get it on Tom's thing. Did you get it printed on card, like thick card?
Oh, it's on like a foam board, so it's basically the kill team board size. It's exactly the same.
Custom design that matches all this sort of colour. These pinkies, pink ladies with pools of goop and tentacles.
Loads of different colours as well.
We'll get it on the next one, so maybe this is a bit more of an infestation. It'll definitely come on. So we'll think of some ideas for the next game, or people can put some comments on. But we're going to try and run the theme. Maybe there might be an Imperial Assassin or two in the next list. It's a bit further ahead.
I think a good thing to ask people would be what would be a good mission to, progress the scenario after this. I think that would be interesting to see.
I'm quite liking the look of Beachhead.
Beachhead does sound cool.
I think Beachhead, it was either this one, because I knew you had these 4 things which would look awesome. Yeah. So either this or Beachhead, I think, for the first one. So maybe next time it is pushing it more into an escalated conflict. And we're going to go for maybe Beachhead to try and it'll be 3 objectives, and you've got to, it's worth 1 yours, 2 the middle, 3 the opponents. So that one could see a good swing both ways. Sweet. And if Tom does use the cult, then maybe cult T8 leaving Russell sitting on objectives, hard to shift. With all cult popping up everywhere, could be quite nice and interesting. But equally, Tyranids, everyone knows Tyranids are hardcore. And I was expecting a lot more Genestealers from Tom, to be honest, but...
Well, yeah.
Or some big beasties.
Different, and then I regretted it instantly.
Never mind. Well, anyway, good. Well, he didn't really have too much stuff to chew through. I was hoping he'd get to go and kill a Hive Tyrant.
I was hoping this guy was going to get them two together for a bit of a
Look at the size comparison on that. We'll see.
He could still hurt it.
He could definitely have it. He's got a 4-up inrun T8. But he's got a lot of attacks, and if he dies with that strat, he'd be attacking again anyway, so you could definitely take him on. But thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll continue this again. And if we do that mission where there's the bubble of the no invuln save, this definite unicorn, whatever, alicorn or whatever it is going to be. It's going to be the evil demonic presence.
Secret.
The strawberries. Tom found them there near the scene.
I feel like I should get extra 3 points for that one.
It's a draw. Game draw because you found the secret strawberries. So thanks for watching, and see you again soon.